Hey everyone, it's February 20th, 2019, and I hope all of you are having a great day today. And welcome to the Humble Gent YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing and contrasting two watches that I have in my collection. And one of these watches I already did a review on. It was actually my first review on the channel. And as you can tell in the title, in this video I'll be reviewing the Orient Mako 2 and the Orient Ray 2. So this right here is the Orient Ray 2. And this one right here is the Orient Mako 2. So before we get into today's video, we'll do a quick wrist check. So right now I am wearing another Orient watch. I thought it would just be appropriate. So right now I'm wearing the Orient Bambino. This is the version 1 generation 2. So we'll get a quick close-up of my Orient Bambino. So like I said, this is the Generation 2. And with the Generation 2, you have hand winding and hacking. And like I said, this is version 1. There's many versions of this watch, but version 1 is my favorite. This is a very classy looking watch, and I really love this as a dress watch. What I did is I got an upgraded leather strap for this, and I think the black strap looks a lot better than the brown strap that came with it. And overall, this watch is awesome. So to get started, we'll get a close-up of both the Orient Ray 2 and the Orient Mako 2. So the one on the left right here is the Mako 2, the one on the right is the Ray 2. Orient overall is a great watch brand, and the quality you get is phenomenal. The first review on my channel was the Orient Ray 2, which is this watch right here. And I actually like this watch that much, I bought the Mako 2. The Ray 2 was in my rotation for about 2 months or so. I absolutely loved it. For the $200 price point this has, I bought this for about $140. And for that price, it beats so many Seikos in that same category, or even double the price. There are Seikos for $200, $250 that this beats. And these compare directly with the Seiko SKX. And I recently just got this Mako 2. I've been enjoying it very much. It's very similar to the Ray 2, but the subtle differences they have do make them completely different watches. But because the dimensions of the watches are exactly the same, it makes both of them very enjoyable to wear. These watches have similar specs overall, and I'm going to go over what's the same about these watches and the differences. So the watches have the same specs overall for the most part. They both have the same movement. They have hand winding and hacking. The movement they have is the F6922 automatic movement from Orient. Both have 22 joules. Both have a day-to-day complication at the 3 o'clock. So both of these watches have a 40-hour power reserve as well as a 120 click bezel. And one thing I really noticed that was awesome about these Orient watches, and that includes my Orient Bambino I'm wearing right now, is how great the alignment is for everything. So the alignment with the chapter ring, all the indices here, everything is aligned perfect. And I believe the quality control with Orient is phenomenal. So I chose to get both of these in black. It's my preferred color, but the Ray comes in blue and black. The Mako comes in blue and black, and it also has a Pepsi bezel version. So with the 46.7 lug-to-lug tip, both these watches would fit most wrist sizes. And these both can be used in business and casual settings. And yes, it is a diving watch, it is a sporty watch, but at the same time, it only has a 13mm width, which makes it a very good watch for business. For me at work, I wear business casual, and I wear these watches all the time, and it looks great. And in either setting, business or casual, the watch looks very classy. And now we'll talk about the differences of the Mako and the Ray. So the first difference is the dial and the indices. The Mako has more baton style indices and Roman numerals at the 6, 9, and 12 position. And the Ray has a more traditional look. So looking at the Ray, it has more of a Submariner look to it, has the dots and the triangular plots around the dial, and it does look really good. And the next thing for both these watches is the hands. The Mako has sword hands and the Ray has more traditional dive style hands, very similar to a lot of Seiko divers. And one thing you'll notice about the Ray, it has lume tip on the seconds hand, and the Mako doesn't have that. And you can see it right there. The red seconds hand looks really classy, and I think it's awesome that Orient put the lume tip on the Ray. And with the Mako, the seconds hand is completely solid. There's no lume tip on there. And I'm not sure why Orient put the lume tip on the Ray but not the Mako. They're very similar watches. They're for diving, and for diving purposes, I can see why a lume tip is necessary. So another difference between these watches is their bezel. Yes, they are the same size, but the numerals on the Mako are a bit more subtle. The Mako has smaller numbers and marks around the bezel. Another difference is the bracelets of both of these watches. And if you take a look at the Ray has a different style than the Mako. But let's look at the Ray. So the Ray here has a brush style on the outsides right here, and in the middle it's a polished look. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but the outsides here are brushed, the inside is more of a polished look, and on the outside right here it's all polished. Now with the Mako, and I really do like the Mako bracelet a lot more. For me it looks a lot more clean, a lot more high quality. And if you look at it, it's fully brushed on the outside. I like the design better than the Ray. And on the side here it is polished on the side. And the brush look on this looks awesome. Looks a lot more clean. Honestly, love the dial of the Ray. Love the bracelet of the Mako, and my ideal watch between these would be taking this bracelet off the Mako and putting it on the Ray, and I may be doing that very soon. Now for the Lume test. And keep in mind, the Mako 2 and the Ray 2, they are very similar watches. They're both predecessors of the Mako 1 and the Ray 1, or just the Mako and the Ray. And you'll be surprised on the lume on these watches, and which one is better than the other. Look at the lume shots. The Ray is on the right, and it's obviously a lot brighter. And the Mako on the left is very, very dim. And compared to the Ray, it's honestly nothing. I compared the Ray to higher end Seiko watches, and it holds its own very, very well. And the Mako is actually pretty weak for its lume. So here's the Mako close up. Put that down, and here is the Ray. Now we'll look at the Casebacks. So behind the Mako, I still have the sticker on there because this is new. It has the standard Orient logo, if you can see that in the camera there. And the caseback of the Ray actually has the two dolphins in the back there, which is actually really, really cool. I actually have the sticker on the back of both of these. I had the Ray for about 2 months now, and I guess I never took it off. But on the back of the Ray, if you can see, there's two dolphins in the back of there. The Mako has the standard Orient logo. I do prefer the Ray caseback to the Mako caseback. So if you were to ask me which watch I liked more, I honestly can't say. I do love the Ray. I actually love the Ray so much, I actually bought the Mako because I wanted to experience both watches. They both fit very well with a 41.5mm case. And in my opinion, it's the perfect size for a dive watch. And on top of that, I'm able to wear these for pretty much all occasions. Like I said, for more casual occasions and for dress occasions. Both of these watches look very classy and casual at the same time, and in my opinion, you can't go wrong with either. Really quick, I'll show you guys how both the Ray and the Mako look like on my wrist. So we'll start off with the Mako. And now we'll do the Ray. So I'm going to end the video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed the comparison of the Orient Ray 2 and the Orient Mako 2. They are both phenomenal watches. And like I told you guys, I had the Ray 2 in my rotation for about 2 months, and I loved it so much I actually went out and bought the Mako 2, and they're great watches. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, please leave a comment down below what you guys thought of this video, and leave a comment down below what you guys think of the Orient Ray 2 and the Mako 2. And remember, I respond back to every single comment I get, and again, hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and remember to stay humble.